Hello everyone, my name's Bernie O'Neill. I'm the Project Director at World EAB. Thank you for this invitation to speak to the CBAA conference. I'd like to give you a short presentation about the progress of DAB digital radio across Europe and around the world, and a few reasons why we see that our members and broadcasters are adopting the technology. So just a little bit to start with about World EAB. We're a not-for-profit membership organisation. We have about 105 members across the world from about 30 countries, and our members are from right across the radio ecosystem. That means that we've got regulators, governments, broadcasters, network operators, and all the major auto manufacturers are also a member of World EAB. And we exist to support the rollout of DAB digital radio around the world. So we work together in various ways. We've got different committees. One of the main committees is a technical committee that works on maintaining and developing the technical standards around other technical developments within the radio space. And we also have an automotive working group that is very active, looking at improving the user experience of radio in the car and improving radio performance in the car, and also looking at aftermarket products. Then we have a more recently created committee called the Spectrum and Network Implementation Committee, and this gives support and advice to countries that are starting to plan their DAB network. So we work very closely with partner organisations and broadcast unions around the world. That includes Commercial Radio Australia, and it also includes the European Broadcast Union, the Asia Pacific Broadcast Union, Arab states, etc. So now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the growth of digital radio in Europe. Digital radio DAB has been around for about 20 years odd, and it started off really established in 4 key markets in Europe, and that was the UK, Norway, Denmark and Switzerland. But if we fast forward until about 2011, Germany then launched a DAB Plus digital radio, and this triggered an overall growth in the market, and now we have regular services on air in France, Poland, Czech Republic, Austria, Italy, and several other European countries. I won't list them all here today. And so with the net result that actually some of those countries have already switched off FM, and no doubt you heard that in 2017. That was Norway, and this year we had Switzerland confirm that they will in fact switch off FM in favour of DAB Plus for their broadcast radio by the latest 2024. We're very happy with progress on the legislative front for receivers in Europe. This is something that we worked on with our members, and there was an EU directive passed at the end of last year which states that from the end of 2020 all new cars in the European Union must be able to receive digital terrestrial radio, and this applies to all EU member states, and we're already seeing that actually that legislation is having an impact beyond Europe as well. And of course, DAB Plus isn't just a European story. You're all sat there in Melbourne today, and Australia is the main success story, we would say, in the Asia Pacific and Australasia area. But there's also a lot of DAB activity in Middle East, North Africa. I'm just back from a conference last week in Tunisia where they've launched regular DAB Plus services, and we're helping them get receivers into their market, and we're bringing to them case studies and stories from how you guys in Australia have done that. There's also growth in more Eastern European countries. There's a DAB Plus ongoing in South Africa, and a lot of activity in the Middle East, and as I said, Asia Pacific as well, and particularly in Thailand, where they have quite a significant DAB Plus trial ongoing, and they're going to expand that trial that they're doing. And also more recently Vietnam has popped up as a pretty active market, but there's also interest in other countries such as Indonesia and Myanmar. So if I move along then, and talk a little bit about the receivers. I know that DAB receivers are readily on sale in all the retail outlets in Australia, and that's the case also in Europe. Devices, there's something like 75 million DAB plus digital radio devices sold, and the prices are at around €20, and sometimes we see them for less. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what that is in Australian dollars. So the DAB plus receivers are there, and that is no longer an issue. And with regards to DAB in the cars, of course, that European legislation that I mentioned is really helping to increase the number of cars with DAB. But in some of the more mature markets in Europe, we're seeing that DAB is nearly all new cars are coming with DAB. And in fact, Australia has really come on leaps and bounds on that front. And I think at the moment in Australia, 73% of new cars are coming with DAB Plus already line fit at no extra cost to the listener. So all this activity has led us to a more joined up approach to marketing DAB Plus, and there's a new DAB Plus logo that's been adopted across Europe, and that's been really successful. So if we look at why are broadcasters going for DAB Plus, what does it offer? Well, as you've seen in Australia, one of the main reasons is that it offers more choice, up to 6 times as many stations as FM. And that's definitely one of the main drivers. Also, digital radio offers clearer sound, particularly where FM might be overcrowded. So that's another strong reason. And also DAB Plus, because it's digital, it offers the opportunity to use enhanced graphics on radio devices that have screens. And of course, more and more of radios are now coming with screens. On the distribution front, DAB Plus, because of the principle of 18 services on one multiplex, this means that the distribution, the OPEX and the CAPEX, comes down dramatically, often as much as around 90%. And we have case studies that can demonstrate that. So, of course, overall, DAB delivers benefits for society. It's reliable in emergencies, and we're seeing that as a driver for adopting it. It offers media plurality. It offers spectrum efficiency. As I mentioned, lower costs on the transmissions, and also lower emissions for those who are concerned about the green aspects of broadcast. And it offers the possibility of enhanced traffic information. Also, DAB Plus is complementary to IP. We wouldn't say it's one or the other. They both are complementary, of course, and a lot of broadcasters are looking towards the possibilities offered by hybrid radio. So that's it from me. I hope that you found this short update useful, and I wish you a good continuation for your conference, and I hope to see you in person sometime soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.